There we go.
Possible might need a Chrome update is what Error 4000 was saying.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Let's see here.
Let's see
Doesn't
if
look
we
like
are
we do,
moving.
but
Let's see if we're live. I'm doing oh, yep, there it
And
is.
we're back.
I was trying to figure out if we were.
And we're back. Thanks for hanging in there, folks, during
Yeah.
technical difficulties.
Well, we may have lost all our viewers from the looks of it. So,
But Kyle,
Either
your
way.
voice was buttery.
yeah.
Oh, they're back. We're back up to almost double digits.
Oh, okay, yeah. It must
There-
be slow and
Kyle,
slowly.
keep talking. Bring
We're
them
back
back.
after that commercial break.
Yeah.
Follow the sounds of my voice.
Your podcast quality, Mike.
Sarah's on it.
That's
Mr.
it.
Captain speaking. Thank you for staying seated and keeping your seatbelts buckled as we go through a bit of online turbulence.
Yeah, got disconnected there for a second. Sorry, guys.
Thanks for coming back.
Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, it's a great sign of faith that they didn't think that we all were just like, all right, we're done. We're peacing out right now.
No one will know who won this game.
Yeah, the stream kicked it. Yeah, we don't really know what happened there, but
Yeah, it just said it disconnected.
it didn't like what Andrew was saying.
No.
But Kyle, as someone who plays games more casually but is always up for any game, really, what has been some of your favorite games? And if you don't remember the name, just describe it, and Andrew will probably remember it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I usually so pandemic gaming has been interesting practice because I love the physicality of games. I like the pieces. I like the textures of the board, the colors of the cards, like in my face instead of on a screen. So that's normally what is my first go-to is the kind of like the physical experience of gaming. But as far as like pandemic gaming, I do like, well, so I'm just speaking generalities. I like games with a lot of motion. I like where things happen, whether that means your people are moving back and forth across the board, or if there's like really dramatic storylines happening. That's just kind of my theme is I want a lot of action to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a very like still person or still gamer, so I like to do things where things can keep me interested.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
any game that fits into that category.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I don't know if I started this story, but that I didn't finish. But we frequently cite your Shia game of where you were just traveling using black holes, and it's just crazy, crazy rolls. And
Into
then
the beyond.
and friend of the stream,
high risk, and then you won just because you took high risk. Every time there was a chance to do a high risk option, you took it.
Why wouldn't you? Is my question. You're only going to be in this spaceship once.
Bones just
So you
said you
might
thought
as
he
well.
offended us. That was the punishment.
you did not offend us, Bones John.
You're good.
No, but
Here's a game question real quick.
Mhm.
If we move across two locations, we don't get both of those like color pickups, right? You just when you land on
It's just the landing, yeah.
That's what I thought, which is why I will simply move one spot.
yeah, they don't
Secure my points.
they don't reward you for the souvenirs you buy in the airport when you're going through a place. They want you to go outside of the airport, buy it from a street vendor.
Duty free does not count in this game. Duty free is not count as souvenirs.
Finally, we have more than ones on the board.
I know, yeah. We
We're like
were in
three
like a
turns in a
one
row.
drought.
Ones
These got
after
shuffled,
ones.
right?
Who shuffled this deck?
The computer.
Where?
I guess if it is truly random, that could happen.
Let's see.
Wish you could see how big.
Ooh, Subterra. Sarah State of Mind dropping a name. That's Descent was a really good scary movie. So I would be into playing a game that was like that.
Okay, your turn.
Chat real quick. Sure we're caught up. Watch this.
Where you hopping?
Ooh, escape a cave before the flashlight dies. The Descent movie. The Descent movie. Like Descent the game or Descent? Is there a movie called Descent? You said.
Kyle's just
There's a
saying
movie
he's
called
seen
The
it. Yeah.
Descent. It's about a squad of gal pals that go spelunking, but get stuck underground and there's creatures.
Ooh.
It's scary. It's a horror movie.
Yeah. So
And there are two endings to it, like an American
What?
release and like a UK release, something like that. Like,
classic.
and there's one ending that's like way darker, and I think ultimately better than another ending. And I watched the darker ending first time without knowing it, and I was like, "Wow, that was a really heavy movie." And somebody's like, "Yeah, isn't it great how like it ends like this?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? It does not end at all like that. It ends like this." And then it was this realization that they actually cut two different versions because people couldn't handle the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Is
But
I'm curious. I feel like American, knowing what I've heard about American audiences, that probably is the more optimistic ending. I feel like a lot of others, like
Correct.
cinema from other countries can like handle a little like.
yeah, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Descent
Whoa, Kyle.
10 years ago.
All right.
Okay.
You guys
The
have
American
you have
version. This is the
5
warning.
seconds. 5 seconds.
I'm
4,
removing my headphones.
3, 2. I'm listening. 1. Give us a spoiler.
The American version is the optimistic ending, and the other ending is very dark, literally and figuratively. And I saw that one.
We didn't lose any viewers, so apparently everyone wanted to.
They're still here.
Yeah.
And now maybe they're more intrigued at what might happen in the Descent,
Yeah.
and if they can find
We did.
Oh, you're good.
the UK or American cut.
Bonus John, I read the Americans need a feel-good ending when the screen test, and apparently China was hopeless endings to scary movies. Yes, I haven't heard that specifically about China, but I have heard I've talked to Koreans who say that they have very tragic. They gravitate towards tragic endings. And I think that's just like a mixture of culture and history, recent history, modern history, and popular perspectives and stuff. So I'm not sure exactly why. I know in the U.S. that for a while there was heavy restrictions on the types of endings movies could have that were implemented in the 30s or 40s, and the endings had to have a lesson with it. And that's like all the rules where like men and women they couldn't lay down in the same bed. There was like a lot of kind of censorship type things put on Hollywood.
Did you learn this in your film class in art school?
I did.
Oh. Kyle, did you know this because your father is in film and you are in that world? Follow
about
cinema?
the
I can't remember the name of the
no, the short answer.
Okay.
Well, I know that the MPAA was founded like
Yeah,
way
there you go.
after movies have been around by certain concerned groups that wanted to control what messaging was being displayed in American media.
So I think that's part of our love for happy endings comes from that tradition, law, whatever, or obligation of writers.
Well, because I remember, was it's Get Out that they tested two endings, and the one that was a lot more cynical, like just bombed with a bunch of people. So then they picked a little bit better, and I won't explain it that much, or I won't.
28 Days Later was another movie with two endings, right?
Yeah. Anyone else got any double ending movies? It's actually really interesting to think about, because I wonder if it's like it's a time, but it's also like a societal, like a country, like a national sentiment. But I don't know.
Rift Talks is one of my favorite horror movies. The Euro version of Let the Right One. That's a scary name too. I don't even.
I think I've
It's
seen that
all I
one.
know about it is the name right now, and it's kind
Vampires.
of. Oh,
Griff Dogs, the vampire movie. There's snow involved. It's for like winter and cold.
30 Days of Night. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
creepy
Creepy
child
Child.
vampire.
I have seen them.
Ooh, creepy child vampire.
Bonjour. So when I read The Ring and The Loop, I read an article that said Americans need an ending that tells them something horrible can be overcome, while Chinese love it when the horror threat wins, but not the humans.
That's super
See it,
interesting.
Ruel.
Oh, Ruel's heading out.
Good
Bye,
night,
Ruel.
Ruel.
Good
Thanks for
night.
joining.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Always fun to have you in chat.
Thanks for sticking or coming back to say bye after our stream.
Yeah,
Glitched.
down.
Uh,
There's something we can set up where it doesn't
Yeah,
kick
fine.
everyone. It just starts doing a rerun or something.
Oh.
Anyways, we'll set that up later.
What is it? There was a scary movie that we watched, and it was very interesting. It was a Korean scary movie, and it was just there was like a moment in the movie where we were like, "Huh, this." I don't know if I would see this in an American scary movie, and it was more related to like how the group that was trying to survive interacted with each other and how their conflict was versus like the conflict of the zombies or whatever we were watching. It was zombies, but I think that's what I like about just watching other cinema because you don't realize that there's a lot of this. I don't know, like the narratives are very recycled. I mean, there's stories. There's not a lot that's new, right? But like the way American storytelling is, you don't realize it's there until you start watching other things, and you're like, oh, that surprised me, or that's really refreshing. But I can't remember what that movie was, but wait, so Sarah, you had mentioned that scary movie was a board game.
By the way.
I need to Subterra. I need to write that down.
Oh, where's our?
This isn't the notebook.
I don't know if you saw, but I got the trinkets back.
Andrew would like the chat to know that
I have the most figurines. Let it be known.
Keep your figurines. I'm going to let's see whatever card I just got. Salar de Ua.
Host and Train to Busan are both great. Yes, we love both those. Those are. I saw Host super late. We only saw it this last year, and it's been on my to-watch list since I lived in China in 2008, so 12 years. I think it came out about that time, and I don't know why I didn't see it all that time, but I wanted to.
Oh, Sarah, State of Mind. Thank you. Yeah, Train to Busan. That was the one. I was totally not remembering it, but both you and maybe Board Game Feast knew from my very bad explanation of the.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen the cover of the box around, and I didn't know that's what it was about. Battle Royale is a must-watch. Yes.
Was that a book too?
We have the book. Yeah, I read it. The book is brutal. It's very, very violent. So,
Have you read the book?
Yeah, I have read it. The translation, I guess.
Yeah, we'll definitely let you know, Sarah, State of Mind, if we check it out. Even if the games are loosely based off of the movie, if anything, it's just kind of fun to have like the setting and then let the designer kind of loose with the concept. I think it's because I'm so visual. So like if there's some sort of like movie based off of it, maybe that's why I'm like the idea of like Dune is really exciting because like there's like the visuals of the movie just makes me excited. It's also why I think I play a lot more board games because I've been watching streamers play games, and then I'm like, I want to be playing those Yes.
Kyle, you came back just in time. It's your turn.
Timed it perfectly. Let's see here. Interesting.
Yeah, this is our MO, Kyle. Sorry, we get distracted with chat and then the game takes twice as long.
But that's the fun part
Oh,
of
that's fun. No,
streaming.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was suggesting like let's stream it, you know.
Mhm.
So I'm good. I'm here for it. I can't journey until I go somewhere else. Is that correct?
Yeah, you always start with your move required.
I mean, I feel like a journey counts as a move. Really, I got a bone to pick with
Yeah.
these game designers, but
Kyle, that sounded like an existential statement too. Like I can't journey until I move.
Yeah.
I know. Is moving not a journey on its own? All right.
Is it like a square and rectangle thing? You know, a journey is a move, but a move is not a journey.
Right. Yeah. Alrighty. Bogus, but I guess I'll do it. I'm gonna go. Cancel.
I like the meeples in this game.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, a little
art on them. I
Get a
can't.
little art on it.
Does the actual game have meeples like that? I can't remember. I feel like it doesn't.
Yeah.
Seem like it would be hard to pull off.
All right.
Kyle, what have you any good shows or movies you've been watching? Have you gotten a chance to see Lupin yet? Someone on the chat was the one had suggested Lupin to us, and that's why we watched it the day afterwards.
No, it taunts me every time I open up Netflix, just sitting there because as I was discussing with Pia, I have no problem with subtitles, but I'm a huge visual appreciator of what's on screen and kind of the visual storytelling of a piece. So when there are subtitles for a film where it's like because dubbing does not sound good in my opinion, dubbing's way more distracting when their voice doesn't match the lips or the body, etc. But for subtitles, it's this battle between well, I want to see how they're presenting the story, but I also want to know what's happening with the words. But by the time I finish reading the words, maybe the shots changed or an expression has happened differently, so I didn't see the glimmer in their eye. And that I suppose if I had to choose one over the other, I would choose the visuals. So subtitles are kind of like a secondary almost in terms of storytelling. But all that goes into my thought of when there is a subtitled show I want to watch. It's all right, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to watch how they told the story through the emotion that's expressed in the split of a second on an actor's face, or will I read the dialogue? Because I'm going to miss one or the other.
Yeah. It is worth noting to the chat, Kyle is a photographer, and he has a photography Instagram that's very cool that we follow. If you want to plug it, you should
take some
let
pictures.
You should put it
there
in the chat.
was recently a very cool. There's a lot of drone photography, local drone photography. He did one of a frozen pond recently. It's just like an eyeball. It was really cool.
We had a little winter blast up here in the Northwest, so I had to get the drone out and zip around a little bit.
And then I do see that there's some things in the chat. There's a sequel to Train to Busan, which I really want to see. It looks much more like an action movie than the first movie, like kind of Mad Max style. Fly. So the tone seems a little bit different, but I'm in it at this point because I like the first one. So.
I can already tell how my strategy would be different playing this game the second time because I feel like I've spent a lot of time bouncing back and forth in a smaller area, waiting for what I want to open up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cost me valuable gathering of clothing and postcards and whatnot.
It's cost you dearly.
So on a replay, I will just forge ahead and get as far as I can in as little amount of time as I can, because that's ultimately more beneficial, as seen by DJ Super Best Friend PS.
77. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she hasn't stopped moving,
Whoa, what?
and she's kind of taking opportunity
You're coming
as she's
after my figurines. I see you.
going
I
after the
see you.
figurines.
Oh, you better not be near another figurine.
Another case of I can't move to the spot because it'll take a card to move there, but then I can't buy the thing because I used a card.
to get there. I know it is tough.
The worst.
There's been a lot of times where I've been spending cards that I want to use. Board Game Feast says there's an animated version, and I'm guessing that is The Ring. No, probably talking about the Battle Royale.
Oh, an animated version?
Yeah,
Board Game Feast, is that right? Is Andrew wrong?
Beat Takashi film is worth any Beat Takashi film is worth not watching, but they tend to be dark, so afterwards watch Takashi's Castle.
Bones John is curating like this is the palate cleanser after the the heavy movie.
Then some conversation between
Those. Take one of those.
I have not seen those movies. Can't really comment on them.
But we're writing them down. Yeah, Sarah said I'm taking notes on these movies.
Oh, animated version of Train to Busan. Interesting.
I would definitely watch that. And you must choose where to move.
Probably my favorite part of Train to Busan was when there was a
whoa.
I'm all right.
Okay.
Warning. I'm not gonna go. Okay, people are gonna watch these in the chat. I'm not gonna say
Andrew, let it be known that Andrew has favorite parts of Train to Busan.
There was a part I liked.
Yeah.
Among a movie that I liked. So that's as much of a spoiler.
Let's see. What am I up to? What am I doing?
Ooh, I've heard good things about Kingdom. That's Netflix, right? Netflix TV show about zombies in Korea.
Oh, I've seen the little.
I've seen the banner.
The banner.
It's intrigued me.
Oh, Kyle, we didn't. So I asked you about Lupin, and you mentioned how you haven't been able to watch it. But
Sarah,
what have you been watching?
Watch it.
Sarah, I will.
We just finished a quick watch of a show called The Sinner on Netflix, and it's an interesting concept. It's a detective who is the same throughout the show, but each season follows a different person who is guilty of some crime. Like you see it happen in the first episode, and you know that they're involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of the season is finding out why did it happen, and that's the premise. So there's 3 seasons. In each season, in the first episode, you see somebody like kill somebody or like be involved in something crazy, and you know that it's them, but you don't have no idea why. And so the rest of the season kind of unravels like, well, why they do it, because they're not just like psycho killer people. They're like normal people doing normal things.
Yeah.
So that was our most recent watch, kind of a detective-y, curious show.
Is that on Netflix?
The City of Lost Children. Is that with is that Ron Perlman, the guy who plays Hellboy? I'm gonna look it up.
Guess who has 77 points now? This guy.
What?
No, it's a different one. No, it is. Yeah, Ron Perlman.
Traveled to Uluru, Australia.
Yeah, French fantasy film. That was cool. That was a good movie. Okay.
City Lost Children. I have not seen.
And has a robot fly in it.
Getting close to the end here. Reminder: game ends and when the 5th region bonus tiles, which actually we've all been bad at claiming those. Or
Wait,
when a
what
player
does that
collects
mean?
5 destination tiles. So I think we're all at
What's the region bonus? How does
Region
that
bonus
work?
is when the last cube is taken from.
Oh,
So there's one cube on like 3 regions right now. So.
We're doing the thing where when you're eating and you don't want to take the last like bite,
Yeah,
so everyone's trying to be
nice.
too polite, but then ultimately everyone misses out on a food that was good enough for it to almost be finished, and the food is like cold. So stop being
If
so
only I
polite.
could give it that much credit.
Ooh, Kyle's at 75 points
I know. I'm
now.
watching him.
Sneaking up.
Up to no good.
Grabbing yellow and red. He is grabbing blue and purple. Wait, no, yeah, 2 blues. Purple. What's out there that's
Okay, question. When you're meeting, it has to be 2 separate cards, right? Instead of like
Yeah.
okay.
The numbers do not help you get to a location.
Got it.
Journey to a location.
Journey to a location.
They do help you get there. Journey.
I've been so I've been surprised with this. Andrew's the only one who plays the games online, and he plays with like Kyle and our other friends. So I've never really done the online board game thing. I think the positive is that I played this in the physical like form. Otherwise, I think I would be struggling a lot more. And it took a little while to get oriented with the map too, so I think that was a little bit of a challenge.
Bill Justice, the director of Seven Samurai, is considered a master of framing shots. Yeah, if you ever watch Seven Samurai, any of Akira Kurosawa, the director, he'll have one faraway shot, unlike our currently framed shot here, which is like mostly ceiling. Anyways, he'll have a shot with like 8 characters, all emoting and acting and speaking. You can see all their faces clearly, and he doesn't even need to do close-ups on it because you are just fully engaged in the shot, which people just don't do anymore because it's really hard to light it that way. And then he was doing that back in black and white films with like not a lot of detail. Pretty amazing director for its time. All those movies are long, so
Just a different pacing back then.
Yeah.
Bye, Grape Dog. Thanks for
Thanks
joining.
for joining us, Script Dog. Next time, you ask who won. And we'll let you know. Since you can't see.
I'm sure that he's
Gonna be really. He's gonna.
he won't be able to go to sleep. He'll be like, "Did Kyle pull it off?"
He did.
Okay, draw 2. So where am I?
It is easy to kind of get lost.
I had lost all my cards. I spent all my cards last time, so I can't move. Interesting.
Yeah, one of the reasons why we picked this game was because Kyle had suggested, since he was the only one available to play games online with Andrew, which you guys have played 2-player games before, but Kyle was like, let's try out streaming it. Mm-hmm. And this was the game that we had actually played before. So that's one element of like, we didn't have to learn a new game and learn
and figure out how to do this on BGA,
and learn how to stream it. Because I don't know if we told you, Kyle, but we tried to stream a video game just because we thought it would be fun to try. And it went poorly. Our computer could not handle it, but everyone was very nice.
Yeah, it was a baby nap experience
in the middle of the day, but it's very much a yay for failing type of experience where it's like, well, we tried it, and I think it would be hard to. I think that's our thing with streaming, and maybe other streamers have a like. Have what's it called? They research better or whatever, but it's hard to figure out some stuff without just trying it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I think like what you said, I think you said it in chat earlier. It's like I streamed from my PlayStation on my own personal account before.
Sure. Yeah.
The
whole system
it's easy as pressing buttons. So I thought it would be. Yeah, about the same on a computer, but it's wrong. We got it running, and then the computer just like couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle it at all.
Smoking out of the side.
And it's a nice computer. It's not like a. I guess it's a couple of years old, but
It wasn't able to
not
handle
able,
that.
could handle it.
Um,
Sorry, not looking at your hand.
I want to visit Petra. Okay. Oh, I just selected.
All right. So, of the locations that each of you guys have, where would you want to visit the most?
For realsies.
For real.
Of that we've already gotten our cards.
That's in your hand. It's in your hand.
Yeah.
I wish I could read back.
Oh my gosh, I'm in the wrong spot. I did what you did, Andrew.
You can find yourself.
I lost. I
I
did
think I go
not
to
go.
the Giza.
Giza.
Pyramids. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I go to the pyramids.
Oh, what about Solar de Uni? That.
Yeah, it looks like a photo of like the salt flats where you have that thin layer of water. You know?
Yeah, that would be super cool. I've
I
seen.
think that's seasonal, so you have to hit the right time. But I
Yeah.
guess perfect world, you get there on the perfect time.
Yeah, in ideal circumstances.
But I have been to Central America, which, not to generalize a lot, but is going to be similar to what's in South America. I have not been to the Middle East or Africa at all. So to go to that continent and country area would be exciting. It would be the most different place I've been.
Good answer.
I wonder if we can see the flavor text on. Because I want to research the locations I have.
Try alt click or something, or shift click.
Oh, to see the backs
cards.
of the cards. Yeah. Yeah. So my
Nice.
choices are. I just finished my turn. My choices are either Uluru, which is in Australia. Looks like it's a land formation. It's pretty cool. Borobudur, which is in Oceania. And I don't know. I mean, I guess I can see it's. Looks like it's in Indonesia. Looks cool. And then Chichen Itza, which actually, so I've been. The real question is, which place has the best food? Mexico.
Food journey is the most important.
Is Chichen Itza in Mexico? The way they have it kind of here.
Petra. Sarah says that they are doing a trekking through history game. I didn't know that.
Oh, this same company? Because I know this was the second game in the series. So the first one is trekking through national parks. So it's all based around national parks.
And
Bonejohn says The Incredibles is the only film to make him jump in cinema. No horror films made him jump. When in MR in Incredibles,
Mr. Incredible.
Mr. Incredible. That makes sense. Is in the forest. The robot arm hits the tree next to him. I do not have a strong stomach for horror movies, so I pick and choose carefully which ones I watch. So easy to jump.
Kyle, what we do actually our only like Twitch. Well, not the reason. I need to start over this sentence. The first time I found out about Twitch was because Andrew and his friends do a 24-hour video game stream, Extra Life, and
For the kids.
yes, for the kids.
For the kids.
And one of the I don't know if stretch goal is a Kickstarter term, so that's not the right word, but like one of our goals were I was dumb and I said, if we hit X amount of dollars, I'm gonna watch a scary movie, and I do not like scary movies. And apparently I didn't put the goal high enough because we met it. And actually, it was funny.
We were like $60 away from it when Pia set the goal.
I just didn't think you guys would like.
But it was a pretty big. That was, I think, it was like $500 or something that our team was aiming for, which was higher than what we thought we would make that day.
Yeah.
So,
I just didn't think you guys would get it. I don't know who was donating, and the moment I said it, I think. What'd you say, Kyle?
Just needed the right inspiration.
Yeah.
Like making someone who doesn't like horror movies watch a horror movie.
But there were like texts that the donations in the comment line was like, "This is for Pia to watch a scary movie." But
No.
I think I watched. Was it The Ring or
You
not The
watched,
Ring? It was
It,
It.
the Stephen King scary clown movie.
I haven't even seen that yet.
Well, and Kyle was a very nice person, and he explained to me all the scary things that would happen. So at least I had a context for what the scary things would happen, but it's still scary
Looking out for
visually.
it.
Yeah.
But I have a strategy that I've used for not scary movies, but just thrilling movies that I've developed as a child, where I cover my mouth so I don't scream with my palms. Then I cover my eyes with my fingers, and I plug my ears with my thumbs. And then I just watch that whole movie with my face covered.
The best part was Pia also we live in an apartment, so Pia worries about noise with our neighbors a lot, and so she was torn between the movie being too loud and covering her face. So she was like doing this, like grabbing the remote and like trying to cover her face, but as soon as she would go for the remote, she'd get too scared, and then it was very fun to watch. So I gotta see scenes of that movie, but not. Oh, Kyle's up to
Yeah,
90.
board game piece. It actually
and 4
wasn't
locations.
too bad. It says seeing The Ring too early turned me off from horror movies for a long time. Yes. And I think with it, as well as The Ring, I think the thing with me for horror movies is that there's like various weird, weird or disturbing images that are like nonsensical or just like strange or like it doesn't even have to be like gruesome. Like I think I have a pretty good stomach for like gore or violence actually, but like things that are just weird and disturbing, I'll see it and then like throughout my day it will like flash in my head and it'll freak me out. And I think that's the part where like I don't really know why, but like The Ring, I like remember the video, like all the sequences of the video in The Ring when I watched it really young for a while, and I was like, I can't stop. And like the images are just out of context. It's not scary, but I would just freak myself out.
Board Game Feast says Dream Logic is pretty unsettling, which is funny because today Pia woke up having had a dream, and she's like, we were at this cabin, but it wasn't your grandparents' cabin. It was one in Vancouver. And then she spent like 20 minutes describing this cabin. She's like, I don't know why it was in Vancouver. I was like, Pia, it's okay. It was a dream. It's okay that this cabin wasn't our cabin, but also was in Vancouver. It's similar to our cabin.
Dream Logic. That's a good way to...
I understand.
Kyle, do you like... I mean, you like scary movies, but not the same way your brother does. Right? Or, I don't know. I'm not sure. Putting words in your mouth.
Was that to me?
Yeah, to you.
Oh yeah, my brother's a huge horror movie fan. He will get whatever he can get and stay up as late as he can, freaking himself out, and then watch cartoons before bed.
Palette concept.
Kyle, do you like scary movies, or do you like it if it's like critically acclaimed or something?
I like monster movies and I like scary thrillers, but I don't like so I like fantasy scary. I don't like, I guess, real life scary. I don't know if there's like a difference between the there's a difference between the two, but yeah, monsters and make believe, I'm all for it. But when it gets closer towards real life, it starts getting freaky.
Mm.
Yeah, I fit in that category. Probably a little bit more hesitant than you are, but if I can be like, oh, this isn't real, you know.
Yeah.
Then it was like, this is a fun thought experiment. Like, what if there was a monster like this, or if I can separate myself.
did we talk about the movie Andrew? I think it goes by a couple names because they change the titles around, but it's like The Platform or The Hole, something like that, where it's a Spanish film, I believe.
Oh, on
But
Netflix, right? And
yeah,
it's and
total fantasy.
the food falls down, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's
From
like a
the
caste
floors.
system, of prisons and
I
stuff.
really
And
want to see that one. It felt well. I read
oh,
reviews when it came out, and it felt maybe a little too real at the moment. It was like,
oh, it might have been my brother who likes horror movies that I was
yeah,
talking to him about that movie. But yeah, that one is talking about thought experiments. Really interesting thought
hmm
experiment. And that's an interesting combo because it is very realistic because it's just humanity at its worst points.
hmm
Concept is complete fantasy. Like
totally,
there's
yeah.
a prison of like 1,000 levels, and this floating platform goes up through the levels every day with food, and people eat as much as they want on each level. So as
hmm
it gets higher or lower, there's less and less food depending on what level you're on. And every day they get knocked out by gas and they wake up on a different level.
Oh shoot,
So really interesting thought
yeah.
experiment.
I didn't know about that. I thought you were
Yeah.
stuck on your own. Sarah Sega says she's seen that one. It was interesting. Yeah, I've heard generally positive things about it. But I think the piece that turned me off of it because it came out right when the lockdowns were all happening, I think. And the reviews I was reading was like the sense of loneliness and isolation is like super
Yeah,
real. And I was like, ooh, maybe I'm gonna wait on this one.
certainly. Yeah.
It kind of has some Snowpiercer elements. It sounds like where it's just like the maybe it's the social strata part that is reminding
Yeah.
me of it. Not that that's horror or anything, but horror thriller type of. Oh, Bones John, I just saw your comment. Have you seen the It meme with the clown swapped out and Bernie is down the drain? That's hilarious. After I watched it on my drive home, or I think it was near. It was around. Was it near Halloween? I'm trying to remember now. But there was someone had put red balloons on the storm drains on like
In
near
our
our
neighborhood,
neighborhood.
yeah.
So when I was like
Brilliant.
driving out,
Brilliant.
I was like, oh no. And the thing is, if our friends who paid the money for me to watch it lived closer by, I feel like they would have done something like that just to freak me out. It's like this is on the way to the freeway. We're tying red balloons.
This is getting competitive here at the end.
Down to the wire.
It is. Who's the orange guy? Is that you, Kyle?
These ones. I'm in the orange land of North America.
Oh, okay, so it's Pia. Always taking the cubes I'm going at.
Oh man, it really
Not many
like
cubes
even
left.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if what is it? Fifth region bonus. Okay, so there's 2 more region bonuses left, and then Kyle takes 1 more destination, or Pia takes 1 more destination. It's game over. Just grab it. Right. It's a clothing award reward.
Oh, you got the last of the area.
Yeah. I was reminded that you guys, or when you were talking about. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, end of the game.
Oh, there's
was
6 region bonuses, so that is all but one. Yeah.
That
Oh
is
no!
probably
DJ Super Best Man wins with
I
102.
dropped in points.
you dropped
How
in
did
points.
Yeah, I had 90 right before the end.
Pia
Dropped to
probably
83.
took your clothing award. Yeah, most clothing.
Oh,
She took that from
stolen.
Oh, that's why it was
Right
like
out from under me.
it was moving a bit. I was wondering. It seemed to have leveled
I
out.
like how they tell you how much thinking time you took. Bia telling me to hurry up over here with double my thinking time.
Oh, where are the stats? The thinking time stats.
Scroll down a bit.
Scroll down a bit. Let's see if it's showing up on.
Man, that felt a little
I just
abrupt.
have little I have little metal icons, but not numbers. Oh, there's like a little golden flag or
warning
something.
notice.
That's stats, but not actual numbers.
Thanks, Board Game Feast and Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah, season 2. Oh, Bones John, you're talking about Snowpiercer, the TV show. Is there? I didn't know
There's a TV show.
Oh.
And I'm excited to
I have to be
watch
premium
it.
to see game stats.
Oh,
Oh,
Kyle.
shoot.
So sorry.
Yeah, I'm not a premium
Wait,
member.
Pia's not premium though.
I don't know why
We only have what we to be able to play two
No, I don't have
devices. Oh, you can't see stats either.
I was just looking at
got
Andrew's.
I can read you your stats, Kyle.
Yeah.
So to be able to play against someone from the same IP address, you have to have one of the accounts has to be premium,
Which is
it's
what
a
we got.
little. It's a little. I don't know.
Sneaky.
I mean, I get it. You know, they have to make money, so I'm not gonna
Yeah.
play too much. But it was definitely something we were going to do. But I plan on using this platform some more, so I was happy. It was not too expensive. I think it's $2 per month if you do a full year, so $24, which I think was the same price as Tabletop
Oh, yeah.
Simulator, and then or $4 a month if you just don't want to play it too. Both seem reasonable.
You know, we have some friends that would really appreciate the move by move history on the side of the screen.
Oh yeah.
A lot of
Definitely.
people like to challenge what just happened. You go, hey, listen, just look at the history.
Yeah, just look at what happened.
Just look
Yeah.
what happened. Stop
Um,
asking questions.
Are there any standout stats, Andrew?
Yeah, so DJ was at the end claims the reward from his cleaning. So I think
Which
thinking time. We'll go into the details here. So thinking time. DJ Super Best Friend has 54 minutes of idle thinking
Oh, wait.
time.
Is there a way for you to show this, Andrew?
I don't think without an account.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just gonna read it.
So you.
And then Kyle's in second place for thinking time, or in the stream, also known as probably talking time. 40 minutes, so pretty close there. Board game spam, 28 minutes.
Andrew.
Very fast turns, although second place. So I think thinking time. I think got the win on this one. Destination cards. Pia had the most points for destinations, 68. You had the second most, Kyle, 48.
Interesting.
We all had 10 points of souvenirs in our suitcase.
Oh,
Yes.
close game there.
Yeah, Sarah, fancy. That's when Kyle had suggested us trying to stream it. One of the things that we ran into was like, wait, it's not letting us because we're at the same IP address, so we had to figure it out. And Bones John said, season 2 of Snowpiercer they put up as warnings of self-harm and suicide. Yeah, maybe I'm not. It's not the time to be watching something like that. I think the movie, there's something very, I guess in the movie there's so much like forward momentum where they're in Snowpiercer where they're just moving. They have like a very clear objective that it's not. I would say the movie's dark, but I don't really know if it is as dark as at least what.
I mean, Snowpiercer's pretty. I mean, I don't want to give away the ending, but the ending is a dark ending.
Yeah, but I think maybe it's the action or like I don't know the pace of it I feel like that type of show, but as a series seems like it would be intense. Have you seen it, Kyle?
The movie, yeah. I haven't seen the show. But yeah, I think the movie's it's a action movie pace to it. With some more like darker concepts, but the pacing is very action thriller, so easy to watch.
Sarah Stay Mine says actually good. You already got the subscription. Yeah, so I think we mentioned the Board Game Arena got bought out by a big company recently, so I'm locked in at the price for a year. So if it goes up in the next year, I'm at least at that $2 a month price.
Well, someone actually in the chat at the More Meeples the Merrier show that we were watching right before this had mentioned that they're like, if you want it, get grandfathered in.
Price is still it's still available at that price. So.
But Kyle's able to play with us like on a free account, and you just like host
No
it.
problems. Just
Yeah.
can't see my stats. That's all.
You're in the dark.
They know who they're selling that subscription to. Like board gamers are going to want to know their stats. You know?
Totally. Yep.
The most hardcore.
Well, thank you everyone for joining, and especially Kyle.
Yeah,
For...
guest host
First,
Kyle. KPAX.
Thanks for having me on the stream, everybody.
Yeah.
Next time we'll have a name for you, either your name or just guest, because we don't know how to make these names.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, Kyle, we got your lights. So we gotta get you your lights back. We got our own lighting setup. Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Look forward to seeing the setup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, thanks for joining. Thanks, Board Game Feast. Yeah, it was great having you in chat. Everyone have a good night. See
Pleasure
ya.
all. See ya.